Escaped prisoner Orman Leon is back in police custody.
He is speaking to us. He is saying a lot of things to us, and we'll determine very, very soon whether there's any validity to what he says, and will be taken back home where he belongs.
Back behind bars. Tonight, the convict's journey back to prison.
Not one hair on his head was damaged.
ZNS News with team coverage on the new developments with the escapee Orman Leon. The Bahamas Tonight, the national report starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Keishla Adderley.
And I'm Charisma Robinson.
Well, after 16 days on the run, murder convict Orman Leon is back behind bars after leading police on an around-the-clock search.
The 26-year-old escaped from a prison bus on East Bay near the Paradise Island Bridge as he was being escorted to the Department of Corrections.
Now we have team coverage on his recapture tonight, beginning with Janaea Noel Ferguson, who tells us that Leon was taken in without incident.
Not one hair on his head was damaged.
Escaped murder convict and prisoner Orman Leon was arrested shortly after 11 Wednesday night when heavily armed officers of the strike team of the Drug Enforcement Unit executed a search warrant of a residence deep in bushes off Fire Trail Road near the police firing range. After the arrest, Commissioner of Police Ellison Greenslade tweeted a picture of Leon in custody. He was clean-shaven with freshly braided hair, sporting a brown and white striped collared shirt.
He was taken into custody without any resistance. No weapons were recovered. We did a diligent search. No weapons or any other offensive implements were found. He was found along with a female.
Commissioner Greenslade updated the media Thursday morning, telling reporters that owners of the property where Leon was found could possibly face charges. He said an investigation continues on exactly how Leon, who was handcuffed while in transit back to the prison, was able to escape. It's been suggested that the convict had a key and was assisted by law enforcement.
He is speaking to us. He is saying a lot of things to us. We will have to assess what he says to us, and we'll determine very, very soon whether there's any validity to what he says, and if we have any information which would lead us to believe that something contrary took place, I will be the first to come back and tell you what actions I am taking. I'm not going to follow any suggestions. I'm not going to go with any rumors. I'm not going to make any assumptions. We've got some officers, some of them are not professional, and they will send little messages out in chat groups that are anonymous. I'm asking for people to cease and desist, because disciplinary action can result from that.
Minister of National Security Dr. Bernard Nottage said answers on the escape are being sought in order to strengthen security going forward.
The investigation has been underway since he escaped, so there's no question about there having to be an investigation, and for us to look at what the conditions were that led to his ability to escape. And obviously, whatever loopholes there are, they have to be closed.
The selective unit, led by Chief Superintendents Clayton Fernando and Samuel Butler, who led the charge of the arrest, said the public also played a significant role.
He's been moving from place to place, and people in fact saw him. But I'm telling you, at every turn that members of the community saw him, members of the public were calling us and telling us, I've just seen him, you should come and get him. Take him back to where he belongs.
Now, Greenslade says the woman that Leon was caught in company with will be facing charges as well. Janaea Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.
Well, after his capture last night, Leon was taken back to the courts today for sentencing.
Fern Carey has this angle.
After being on the run from police for some 2 weeks, escaped prisoner 26-year-old convict Orman Leon was escorted into the Supreme Court under heavy police guard to learn his fate for the role he played in the 2011 murder of Francisco Hanna. The father of two is facing up to 60 years in prison. However, Justice Bernard Turner sentenced him to 45 years behind bars. However, Justice Turner reduced the sentence to 41 years and 6 months after factoring in the 3 years and 6 months Leon has already spent on remand. At the same time, the 2 weeks and 1 day Leon spent on the run from police were not forgotten by the court. It was added onto his sentence. Leon hung his head briefly as he stood in the prisoner's dock. However, he appeared unemotional as sentence was passed. When asked by the court if he had anything to say, Leon said no. However, he indicated through his attorney that he needed medical attention as he was beaten by police officers. In passing sentence, Justice Turner said he took into consideration the fact that 26-year-old Leon is still a young man and a father of 2 children. The court also noted that Leon was gainfully employed as a tire repairman until the incident and does not have a criminal record. He also noted that Leon is of mixed Haitian and Bahamian heritage, and his mother died tragically when he was just 2 years old. And while court evidence revealed that Leon was not the triggerman but the driver of the vehicle, Justice Turner noted that Hannah's murder was a planned execution that amounted to an assassination. He indicated that people who participate in murder, no matter how small, must understand that it is unacceptable in a Bahamian society struggling to come to grips with unprecedented violence. Now, once the sentencing was completed in Bank Lane, Leon was taken immediately to the Nassau Street Magistrate Court. He then pleaded guilty before Chief Magistrate Joanne Ferguson Pratt to 1 count of escape back on February 2nd and was sentenced to 2 years in prison. The woman accused of harboring Leon, 35-year-old Charlene Stubbs, was also charged with harboring a fugitive. She pleaded not guilty and returns to court on March 30th and 31st. The chief magistrate told Leon she wished she had power under the law to give him a greater sentence than 2 years. She explained that what he did was very brazen and his behavior unacceptable. She noted that Leon refused to turn himself into police despite numerous pleas to do so. She told him that he placed the entire island, including herself, in fear because a potentially armed prisoner had escaped police custody. She said what he did was serious and it warranted the maximum penalty. Now, Leon's journey ended right here at the prison, where authorities made sure he is safely behind bars. Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
Well, the Assistant Commissioner of Police held a press conference outside the Department of Corrections this afternoon. Assistant Commissioner Leon Bethel said the convict was back home where he belonged, beginning his 41-year sentence. He also responded to questions related to the escape.
I cannot discuss the internal mechanism, the internal investigation at this time. That will be the result of that investigation will be forwarded to the Commissioner of Police, who will make a determination at the conclusion of a process.
Now, additionally, Bethel says the police force is beefing up security with regards to the transport of prisoners.
We have looked at a number of security issues with transporting prisoners from the prison to the Bank Lane area. You will see some serious security measures to ensure that no one escape from the police custody. And if they escape from the police custody, they probably know why they want to escape, and we will have to carry the law.
If you know of a crime, please call Crime Stoppers at 328-8477, toll free 242-300-8477. You can also check them out on www.crimestoppersbahamas.com. Let's stop the crime before it's your time.